श्री स्वामी समर्थ. गुड आफ्टरनून एव्हरीवन. आपण आजच्या सेशनची सुरुवात प्रार्थनेने करूया. गुरुर ब्रह्मा गुरुर विष्णू गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. श्री स्वामी समर्थ महाराज की जय. श्री गुरुदेव दत्त श्री त्र्यंबकेश्वर महाराज की जय. गंगा गोदावरी मातां की जय. सद्गुरु परम पूज्य मोरे दादां की जय. श्री स्वामी समर्थ गुरु माऊलीं की जय. भारत माता की जय. Good afternoon once again. Today we are going to learn forming questions in simple present and simple past tense. Okay, it's very easy. आपल्याला क्वेश्चन्स बनवायला शिकायचे. बऱ्याच जणांना बोलताना क्वेश्चन्स फॉर्म कसे करावे हा खूप प्रॉब्लेम येतो. त्याच्यामुळे आपण प्रत्येक टेन्स मध्ये क्वेश्चन्स कसे तयार करायचे हे शिकणार आहोत. आता हे पहा, जेव्हा आपल्याला WH वर्ड यूज करून क्वेश्चन बनवायचा आहे सिम्पल प्रेझेंट टेन्स मध्ये, फॉर्म्युला सेमच आहे, फक्त आपल्याला काय करावं लागतं, WH वर्ड विल ऑलवेज बी फर्स्ट, देन द हेल्पिंग वर्ब, सब्जेक्ट अँड देन मेन वर्ब. ओके, ह्याच्यामध्ये हे पहा, who does John like? In this WH word is there, then helping verb, do or does. Any one of these we are going to use in simple present tense. John likes Anne. ह्याचा जॉन हा थर्ड पर्सन सिंग्युलर आहे आणि त्यामुळे वर्बला एस लागलेला आहे. इथे हे लाईकचं लाईक्स झालंय, त्यामुळे आपल्या क्वेश्चन मध्ये डू नाही येणार, इथे डज येणार. He goes with Anne. Again here goes. Okay, verb because third person singular is subject, so that's why we have added es to the verb. So while forming question after WH word we will take does. John go with. When we use does means extract that s or es from the verb, we have to take main verb. आपण इथे पहा, does like, then does go असं घेतलंय. म्हणजे जो वर्बचा जो SES असतो तो आपण हेल्पिंग वर्ब मध्ये घेतो, त्यामुळे इथे मेन वर्ब घ्यायचं. हु डज जॉन लाईक्स असं नाही होणार, ते चुकीचं होईल. ओके, देन यू कॅन ऑल्सो फॉर्म अ क्वेश्चन, whom does John like? Then next, who does John go with? With whom does John go? ओके, इथे आपण जे वर्ब आहे गोज, त्याचा जो ES आहे तो हेल्पिंग वर्ब मध्ये काढून घेतलेला आहे. वी हॅव युज्ड हिअर डज, सो वी विल यूज मेन वर्ब गो. वी विल नॉट यूज गोज. वी विल नॉट से who does John goes. That will be wrong. Okay, wrong question. So you have to keep it in mind. When we form question using does, we do not add s or es to the verb again in the question. Okay, who does John send a card to? See, he sends a card to Anne. This is simple present tense. Subject, then verb, main verb, then object. Okay, so this is simple present tense. While forming question, now who sends the main verbs with s, so we will remove this s in the helping verb, so it will become does. Who does John send a card? So this sends will be send only. Okay, we will use it as send, we will not say sends. Okay, who does John send a card to? Then next, to whom does John send a card? Okay, you observe all these verbs like, go, send. In the question we have not used s here, and when it is in the simple form then you have to add s or es because the subject is third person singular. This is very clear. Now see, there is one sentence in simple present tense. Tina likes books. Tina is subject, likes verb, and we have added here s, likes, because Tina is third person singular. Whenever we are using he, she, it, or the name of any person or a thing, we add s or es to that verb. Books. Books is object. Now, while forming question, you can highlight books and ask question. What for? If we have to get the answer books, then how we will ask the question? We'll take what, and then this s or es will be extracted in does, and then we'll take subject, that is Tina. Always you have to take the subject which is used in the starting. This is the subject. What does some like here. Now next, if we have to get the answer टीना, आपल्याला जर टीना हे आन्सर पाहिजे असेल तर आपण काय म्हणणार, कोणाला बुक्स आवडतात. सो फॉर कोण वी विल टेक हू डज लाईक बुक्स. ओके, and here verb we have used in the main form like, because s is extracted in this does. आपण does ऑलरेडी घेतलेला आहे, त्यामुळे इथे आपण like घ्यायचे, आपण likes इथे घ्यायचं नाहीये. नेक्स्ट, they play cricket. Now if you have to get the answer cricket, आपल्याला जर क्रिकेट हे आन्सर पाहिजे असेल तर आपण काय क्वेश्चन करणार, त्यांना काय आवडतं खेळायला. मग काय साठी आपण काय घेतो, व्हॉट डू दे प्ले. सी, आता प्ले, आता आपला जो सब्जेक्ट आहे तो आहे दे. मग जेव्हा आपला सब्जेक्ट ही शी इट थर्ड पर्सन सिंग्युलर नसतो तेव्हा वर्ब मेन फॉर्म मध्ये येतं, आपण त्याला एस किंवा ईएस लावत नाही. दे प्ले, वी प्ले, आय प्ले, यू प्ले, हे चार जे सब्जेक्ट आहेत त्यांना आपण त्यांच्याबरोबर जे वर्ब येतं त्याला एस किंवा ईएस लावत नाही. सो दे प्ले क्रिकेट. आता आपल्याला क्रिकेट आन्सर पाहिजे, मग आपण काय करणार, व्हॉट, इथे आपल्याला घ्यायचंय हेल्पिंग वर्ब, ते डू किंवा डज घ्यायचंय. व्हॉट वी विल टेक नाउ, डू. व्हाय डू, बिकॉज वर्ब इज इन द मेन फॉर्म, एस or es is not added. Play, see, play, this verb is in main form, so we will take here do. What do. Now the subject which is used in the starting, that you have to take here, they. What do they play, verb at the end. Now next question, if the answer should be they, आपल्याला आन्सर काय पाहिजे, they. मग आपण काय म्हणू, कोण क्रिकेट खेळत आहे, कोण साठी काय घेणार, who. Again play is in the main form, s or es is not added, so we will take do here. Who do play cricket, who do, then the verb in the main form and cricket. ओके, who do play cricket. तुम्हाला काय आन्सर पाहिजे त्यानुसार तुम्ही हे बरोबर तिथे वर्ड्स, WH वर्ड्स वापरायचे आहेत. Now see here, when questions using when in simple present tense, when the formula is the same thing, when plus do or does plus subject plus verb in the first form of main form, and then object. When do you shave, when does she go to the shopping, when do you meet her, when does your father go to work, when does it rain here. See, when we are forming question in simple present tense, we take verb here in main form, shave, go, meet, go, rain, and after WH word you have to take do or does depending on your subject. Where the subject is you will take do. For he, she, it, or name of any person, see here, she does, your father does, it does. For these subjects you will take does here. Okay, this is the very simple thing. Now form some questions. Here I have here there is two sentences from for you. There are two sentences. For these sentences form questions. She swims in the sea. Okay, now you have to form two questions. First answer should be she. कोण समुद्रात पोहत आहे, कोण समुद्रात पोहते. ओके, आता ह्याच्यासाठी तुम्हाला क्वेश्चन करायचं आहे, कोण साठी काय घेणार आपण, who. ओके, नाउ यू फॉर्म क्वेश्चन. and type it in the chat box. I'll reply you. Then one more question you will form. The answer should be in the C. ती कोठे पोहते. Okay, the question will be ती कोठे पोहते. So here you will take WH word, then do or does, that you decide. Look at your verb. Is it alone or accompanying with S or ES? That you check. Swims. So do you have to take here does or do, that you decide. Then here it will be pronoun, subject and the extension. Now next question. We work in the company. Okay, now कोण कंपनीत काम करते? So you have to form question with WH word, then do or does, subject and extension. Okay, you can form one more question. आम्ही कोठे काम करतो? Then again WH word, helping verb, do or does, and then object. See here, work, your verb is work. If it is accompanying with S or ES, then we use does. If it is not accompanying with S or ES, if the main verb is there, then we do not use does, we use do. Form the questions and type it in the chat box. I will give you answer. Next, he gives interview. She breaks the mirror. You have to form questions using WH word. Form some questions and type it in the chat box. I will reply to everyone. He gives interview. Now कोण इंटरव्ह्यू देते आणि तो काय देतो, हे दोन क्वेश्चन्स तुम्ही करू शकता. शी ब्रेक्स द मिरर. आरसा कोण तोडतं आणि तिने काय तोडलं किंवा तोडते, ती काय तोडते, हे दोन क्वेश्चन्स तुम्ही करू शकता की ज्याच्यामध्ये एखादा आन्सर येईल शी आणि दुसऱ्यामध्ये आन्सर येईल मिरर. ओके, द फॉर्मॅट इज व्हेरी इझी. WH वर्ड, do or does, then subject and object. जेव्हा वर्बला एस किंवा ES लावलेलं असतं तेव्हा आपण does घेतो आणि जेव्हा एस किंवा ES लावलेलं नसतं तेव्हा do घेतो. तर तुम्ही तुमचा आन्सर टाईप करायचंय. आता आपण WH वर्ड्सनी सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्स मध्ये कसे क्वेश्चन्स बनवायचे ते शिकलो. आता नेक्स्ट आपल्याला सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्स मध्ये फक्त डू आणि डज वापरून, म्हणजे अफर्मेटिव्ह निगेटिव्ह क्वेश्चन्स कसे विचारायचे. ओके, ते WH क्वेश्चन्स आपण आता शिकलो. आता WH वर्ड्स न वापरता कसे क्वेश्चन्स फॉर्म करायचे हे शिकायचे. ह्याच्यामध्ये जेव्हा ही शी इट, when there is he she it with base verb, so the question formula is does plus subject plus verb plus object. Okay, very easy. When we are having the sentences with he she or it, then does we have to take. See, you can see some examples over there. Does he work in the bank? Does she read newspaper every day? Does it float on water? Now we have used here does, then the subject he, and the verb in the main form. When we use does, you don't have to add s or es to the verb. So we don't say does he works. That will be wrong. We have used main verb here. Check it out. Work, read, float. Okay, this is very simple. Now you can make some sentences, make some questions using these sentences. Use do or does. See, you work in an office. Now in this sentence, I'll just check out the verb first. Work. It is in the main form. This is simple present tense. So I will start my sentence with do. Then the subject will be you. Do you work in an office? Question mark. Then she works in a school. Now here verb accompanies s. So you have to take does. Okay. Does she work in a school? Question mark. Okay. So in this way you have to form questions. Next, he likes playing football. Okay. Form a question. When the verb is accompanying S or ES, you have to form question using does. And when the verb is in the simple form, it's not accompanying any S or ES, then you can form question using do. You play football. Do you play football? They work in London. Do they work in London? Now you form questions. Type it in the chat box. I will reply you on that. I need a coat. Tom gets up at 7 a.m. See, when we use I, you, we, you, they, okay? When we use these subjects or pronouns, we use do. And when we use he, she or it, we use does while forming the question or simple present tense. See, I put the keys on the table. Now here, verb is in the main form and it's not accompanying S or ES. So, while forming the question, I will use do, then the subject I. Do I put the keys on the table? She gets up early in the morning. It should be morning. She gets up early in the mornings. Then, now here, gets. The verb is accompanying S. So, the question will start with does. Does she get up early in the mornings? Coffee grows in Brazil. Does coffee grow in Brazil? See, we have used here main verb. Put, get, grow. We do not add S or ES there. The next, now you can type some sentences forming questions using do and does in the chat box. Now we are moving to simple past tense. We have to form questions using did. Okay, here the format is same, just we have to take did in place of do or does. WH word plus did, subject, then main verb plus object and plus extension. Okay. Next, I bought a new car. Now see, if my answer should be new car, then I'll say, what did you buy? Sorry, what did I buy? It should be, what did I buy? Okay. Now here verb is bought. It will be in the main form in the question because we are extracting the past tense in helping verb. आपण त्यातलं भूतकाळ काढून घेतो did मध्ये. did घेतल्यानंतर ते जे पुढे verb येईल ते पुन्हा past tense मध्ये लिहायची किंवा म्हणायची गरज नाही. What did I buy? आता कोणी कार घेतली असं म्हणायचं असेल तर आपण काय म्हणणार? Who did buy a new car? See, observe the verb here. We do not take bought. We say buy. Who did buy a new car? Next, she cried a lot. Now you have to form the questions. कोण खूप रडलं? Now you'll take WH word, then did, then the verb in the main form and the remaining things, extension. They won the match. Here you can form two questions. कोणी match जिंकली आणि त्यांनी काय जिंकलं? Okay, again here you have to use did and extract the past tense आणि मेन तुमचं जे वर्ब आहे ते मेन फॉर्म मध्ये येईल. You drank mango juice. Form questions and type it in the chat box. Now, we don't have to use now WH words. We have to use, we have to form yes no question using did. Then the formula will be did. Then we will take subject. Then plus verb in the main form. Object and then extension. See, we went to Delhi. This is simple past tense. How will you form the question? Now look at your verb. Always look at the verb. What is after the subject? After subject, we. There is directly a verb. Nothing else is there. No helping verb is there. So while forming question, you have to look at the verb. If the verb is in the main form or added s or es, then you'll take do or does. If the verb is in the past form, you'll take did. Okay, did. Here it should be we. Did we? We went to Delhi. Did we? Now this went will be in the main form. We'll take main form of the verb go. Did we go to Delhi? Next, we took the lunch together. Now again look at the verb. After subject, directly there is a verb in the past form. There is no helping verb. So it is simple past tense. So while forming question, if the verb is in the past form, you will take here did. So did, again sorry, here did we. Did we take the lunch together? The verb which is in the past form will be converted into main form. Okay, now you can form some questions using did. Did we go to the park? Did we play yesterday? Did we run together? Did she come to my house? Did she buy a new car? Okay, there are many examples you can form taking did. Did, then subject, then the verb in the main form and extension. Form some questions and type it in the chat box. Thanks all of you for joining today's session. You can form questions and type it in the chat box. I will answer to everyone's question if it is right or wrong, and if there are some mistakes I will correct it. Okay, thank you everyone. Do practice it. Thank you. Shri Swami Samarth.